Alright boys, we are back, and it's time to go into year 4 with our Calgary Flames. But before we do that, we got a big decision to make here, alright? I was doing some scouting of our team because I wanted to figure out what we're going to do with our lines here, alright? If I do best lines, okay, hang on a sec. Let me just put it all back to where I wanted it to be. Alright, so we already had our first line. We knew our first line is fine, alright? Jason Spezza is definitely going to be our first line center, alright? Alongside of Patrick Kane and Barchese, alright? But we needed this second line position because Shinkaruk is a left winger, alright? Gerby I wanted to give a chance still to. We got Bobby Ryan up there, who we can play on the second line, but we can also put him on the third line, right? He's only 85 overall. I signed him because we could, but he could be a trade asset for us or just somebody that we put on the third line to really boost that depth, alright? Because I'm trying to win the Stanley Cup this year. But at the same time, I want to produce our rookies, right? And like guys like Sam Reinhart, he's already listed as a second liner. Same thing with Galchenyuk. He's listed as a second liner, alright? So, I was reading your comments, and, you know, a few of you guys were pointing out some players like Bergeron. He's a good defensive second liner that we can get. A few other guys. But then there was also a few other guys saying that we should play our rookies like Galchenyuk and Reinhart because they're actually pretty good defensively. So, before I get into this, because I had an idea, but I haven't gone through every NHL team to see if there is a solid second-line center out there that we could just trade for, that he could be a part of our team, you know what I mean? So what I want to do is, because there's specific stats that I'm looking for, I want to use my trading block right now, okay? Because the face-off stat, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, so hang on a sec here. We need that second line forward. Yeah, this is the one. Alright, second line forward between the ages of 17 to 33, fine. Listed as a second line forward, yep. Salary doesn't matter. Contract doesn't matter. Alright, rating 1. I want, what is it? Where is it? Oh, did I pass it? I must have passed it, hang on. Face-offs. Alright, minimum rating of our face-offs, 85. Alright, I just want to find somebody who can handle the face-offs. Very good. He's going to be our penalty killer, our first-line center penalty killer. Alright, the other ratings don't matter. I just want somebody who's really good in face-offs. And you know what? He's got to be at least a, well, actually, no, because I already have second line forward as the player role, so they're only going to find that. Alright, so apply. Alright, face-off, so let's check out the list here. Let's see who's available. Search the list. Alright, so there's only 3 players. We got Ryan Kesler was another that you guys were suggesting. Joe Pavelski, who's not bad, and he's a right winger though, but still. And Travis Zajac. Alright, alright. They're all still around the same age. Alright, interesting. Let me check out this Travis Zajac character. Yeah, look, I mean, he's really good defensively. He really is. Got good face-offs. He could be a perfect penalty killer for us. Could be a bit better on defensive awareness and shot blocking, though, because that would help it out. Pavelski, alright, Pavelski would be even better. Alright, he's a second line. Even though he's a right wing, the position doesn't matter when it comes to simulating. Alright, it's your individual stats. Same thing with the player type. That doesn't mean anything. It's your individual stats. Let's see. Pavelski, I'd say, is better than, what's his face? And Ryan Kesler, I mean, Ryan Kessler's good. I don't know why he's only listed as a second-line forward. He's 88 overall. He should definitely be a first-line forward. Very good defensively, but I don't see us getting Ryan Kesler. Look at his trade value. It's above half. Joe Pavelski, though, that could be somebody we go after. And, yes. Let's go after Joe Pavelski. Yeah, okay, so $5.6 million. All right, for how long? Let's see his contract. For 2 more years, so we could trade him away in the offseason if we can't afford him. All right, he's prime age, so he's perfect for us right now. All right, so he could be our perfect second-line center. But if we do that, we're going to have to give up somebody. All right, now who would we be willing to give up? We're going to have to, we might as well give up a forward, right? Because we already have so many forwards right now. If we get one, we might as well give up one. And I think the one that we would give up would be Bobby Ryan to save the salary and everything, right? So Bobby Ryan straight up for Joe Pavelski. That could work. And we're saving some salary cap right there. Yeah, that could just work just like that. Hang on a sec. Do they have any other players on their team that I'd be interested in? Bykov. No, not really. Alright, let's just try this straight up. Alright, Joe Pavelski, who's 31, second line center, and Bobby Ryan we're trading away. I know you guys are saying, Bobby Ryan's so much better. He doesn't fit into our team. Remember, I signed him just because I could, because we didn't need to sign Mark Stahl because I got Kronwall. Alright, Bobby Ryan was meant to be a trade asset for us. Alright, or a third line forward. We don't need him on our team. Alright, so straight up, Bobby Ryan for Joe Pavelski. Will it go through? No, still not. So they don't want to give up Joe Pavelski. All right, so see what I mean? And in the last video, I had some guys still saying that you gave up a first and a second and Sedin for Cronwall, and now you have no draft picks. Look, boys, we still have 2 draft picks this year, and 2 first-round draft picks, a second, and 2 thirds. We're fine, and we have a team full of rookies. We are fine, all right? In fact, because we have so many, I'm going to actually offer up a third because they're interested in these picks right here. Will you accept that? There you go, all right? So Bobby Ryan and a third for Joe Pavelski. All right, I know you guys are scratching your heads still. What is he doing? These trades don't make any sense. For our team, they do. All right, we're no longer in our rebuilding stage anymore. We have to take calculated risks going after players that we need on our team, all right? Now we've just gotten an amazing second-line center and our first-line penalty kill center for us, all right? And we've gotten Cronwall. So that's 2 huge things that are going to help our team out defensively. Remember, we were second in the league last year for goals for, but in the playoffs, when we went up against teams that were really good defensively, they took us to the edge, basically, all right? And then when we faced a good offensively minded team in the Toronto Maple Leafs, they steamrolled us. They were able to score goals on us, especially on the power play. So that's going to help with Joe Pavelski and Cronwall. Our penalty kill looks a lot better now with Joe Pavelski and Cronwall. I guarantee you that. All right, so best lines. Who do we have that we know we don't need? Holloway. I want to get Max Reinhart in here. Salainen we don't need. So who can come out? I guess Blake Comeau's got to come out for Max Reinhart. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, that is it. All right, so let me send down Salainen just so I don't get mixed up here. Salainen, Comeau, and Holloway. You guys can go down, and that should be it. Yes, that's it. So we got a nice roster here. We have a very deep team, all right? What I want to do is I want to put Jason Spezza alongside of Barchese and Shin Karuk possibly. I gotta see here. All right, let me just put the guys who I know where they're going to play in position first. All right, so Jerome, I think Jerome should even be our third-line center because he actually has a face-off rating of 80, which is pretty good. So I'll put actually Jerome as our third-line center just for right now. All right, I think I want to move Gerby down to the third line with Iginla. That'll help some with some depth scoring, basically. All right, Max Reinhart is going to be our fourth liner right now. All right, remember, I mean, this is the worst of the Reinhart brothers, but he's a 4-star player, but he fits in like he's a perfect third or fourth liner for us, all right? He could play in the third line for us, but he's going to be an amazing fourth liner for us, all right? And then Kreider's going to fill it out. So look at that fourth line. You got Blake Wheeler, Max Reinhart, and Chris Kreider on the fourth line. It's a very heavy-duty fourth line right there. The third line, Iginla, Gerby, and Galchenyuk, all right? Or we could move Reinhart down and move Galchenyuk up. This is what we got to decide. All right, so let me do this right now because I want to, how much time we got? Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. I can still easily get a month's done of simulating, and I want to do that in this video for you guys. So, just taking off my sweater. It's getting hot down here. All right, so Barchese, he's definitely a first liner for us. All right, I don't want him to start getting worse. I want him to keep getting better. And look at his slap shot power, 99. This guy's going to be going bar down this season, so I want to make sure he's playing on the first line. Then Jason Spezza, who we know. Now, who should play the first line right wing spot? Shin Karuk or Patrick Kane? Patrick Kane's already 88 overall. He still has gold stars, so technically he could still get better. So I do want to be playing Patrick Kane. And look at his puck skills. All right, his passing, puck control. So he could be a playmaker for Barchese as well. Just because he's listed as a sniper doesn't mean he can't pass the puck. All right. So I mean, and if we look at Shin Karuk, he's good. He's just as good, pretty much. He's not as fast, all right. I think he's better defensively, but he doesn't have as much poise. So you know what? Let's load up that first line with Patrick Kane, Spezza, and Barchese and just see what they can produce, all right? We can easily move around Patrick Kane and Shin Karuk later on, all right? But for right now, let's stack up that first line with our best players. And no doubt, Patrick Kane right now is better than Hunter Shin Karuk. And Barchese is better than Shin Karuk. And Spezza is our first line center. So Shin Karuk, for right now, you're going to move down to the second line. But year 5, you might be going back up, and Patrick Kane might be coming down. All right, you're still getting better. I know you are. All right, so Shin Karuk's a natural left winger, so we want to play him on the left wing here. I know position doesn't matter, I know, but just why not? He's got really good defensive awareness. I'm just looking at individual stats right here. Yeah, for penalty kill and such. Joe Pavelski, who we know is going to be our second line center right now. He fits in quite nicely, and he's actually going to help out defensively. This second line actually has great defensive awareness. Shin Karuk had 90. Pavelski's our penalty killer. Sam Reinhart, what's his defensive category? Look at his defensive category. It's already 87 for defensive awareness. 90 for stick checking, 83 for shot blocking. Offensive awareness is already 88. This guy's already great. It's just things like poise that is only 65 that really brings him down. He's not a fastest skater, right? His slap shot accuracy is not that good, but he does fill it out quite nicely. Now, who do we want to go with on the second line? It's either going to be Reinhart or Galchenyuk. I don't want to put up Gerby. Gerby I want to keep on the third line because him and Iginla, like Gerby proved that he can score goals. So put him on the third line, then we have more threats. Shinkaruk and Pavelski will get enough done on the second line by themselves. So I want to get Galchenyuk or Reinhart playing so that they're studs by year 5. One of them's going to take a little longer because they're going to be third liners this year, but that's fine. I think Reinhart is already better offensively, and defensively, Galchenyuk would be better. So, yeah. You know what? I'm going to put Reinhart on the second line right wing. Third line's going to be Galchenyuk. How was Galchenyuk's faceoffs? There's only 60, yeah, so I'm not going to put him in the center. So, yeah, that's actually perfect right there. Barchisi, Spezza, and Kane. If we look at Spezza, just so you guys know, his faceoffs is 80. It's nothing spectacular, but it's better than everyone else that we have. All right, Pavelski's got the better faceoffs, but 80 is actually pretty good. All right, 80 is actually pretty good. Remember when we searched 85s? There was only 3 players, so 80 is pretty good. So we got Barchisi, Spezza, Kane, Shinkaruk, Pavelski, Reinhart, Galchenyuk, Iginla, Gerby, Kreider, Reinhart, and Wheeler. All right, that is a filthy offensive lineup. Absolutely. All right, we are missing that Henrik Sedin, who is like the best player, but we have filled out depth everywhere, and our young guns have gotten a lot better. So offensively, we are a juggernaut. Defensively, we are a juggernaut as well. Now, alongside of Morgan Rielly, it's not going to be Ryan Murray anymore. All right, it's going to be Nicholas Kronwall. That's right. Look at his defensive categories. All right, he's actually pretty talented up front as well. Maybe not deking and hand-eye, but he can pass the puck. He can shoot the puck. He's got pretty good speed. I know you guys, just don't worry, all right? Watch our goals against this year. This is why I got Kronwall and Pavelski. Goals against, not goals for. All right, Morgan Rielly's going to stay up there. All right, then it's going to be Brody and Murray, yep, and then Reinhart and Ristolainen. Yep, I'm fine with that. All right, so our defensemen look fine. Power play. I want to keep the power play the same as the lineups, basically. Barchisi, Spezza, and Kane. All right, and then it's going to be Pavelski, yep, Shinkaruk, and should it be Gerby, or should I put in Galchenyuk up there because Reinhart had the second? Yeah, I'm not going to put in Gerby, I'm going to put in Galchenyuk. All right, so Reinhart has the second line duties 5-on-5, so he'll get more points that way, but then Galchenyuk will even it out with getting second line power play time. All right, Pavelski's going to take the faceoffs and Shinkaruk. All right, so yeah, that's good for power plays. Morgan Rielly and Brody and Ryan Murray, and I got to go with Kronwall in there. Still, he's good defensively. I'll put him in there. Yeah, that's fine. All right, same thing. I don't need. How good is Ristolainen? Hang on, let's just see. He's got a good shot. Offensive awareness is 92. He's good offensively. But you know what, Kronwall, the defensive stats do something as well, right? Like, he'll turn the puck over more, like, if I understand the simulation. Yeah, that's good. 4-man power play, it's going to be Barchisi and Spezza. All right, then Shinkaruk and Kane. Yeah, I'm not going to put in, what's-his-face, Pavelski for the 4-man power play. I'll just use the best players, Shinkaruk and Kane. All right, penalty kill. Now, where are you, Pavelski? Get taking that face-offs. All right, we're putting him in there. Second line, it's not going to be Max Reinhart. How good is Max Reinhart's face-offs? He's only 60. No, it's going to be Jerome. We're putting Jerome in there. He's got good face-off rating, good defensive categories. Captain Jerome's going to kill those penalties, all right? And then we're going to put Hunter Shinkaruk because Shinkaruk actually has a really good defensive category. Look at his defensive awareness, 90, stick checking, 85, all right? So he's actually really good defensively. And I think Galchenyuk is really good defensively as well. Yeah, he is. So, yeah, that's who we're going to go with. Iginla, Galchenyuk, Shinkaruk, and Pavelski. Now, let me just go back here and make sure I'm not missing anybody who could play better defense. No, not Kreider. It's not going to be Wheeler. Iginla, Galchenyuk, Pavelski, and Reinhart, I guess, could do. Let's see, Reinhart. No. I'll go with Galchenyuk, yeah. All right. So there's our penalty kill. Pavelski, Shinkaruk, Galchenyuk, and Iginla. And then Murray and Morgan Rielly. No, Kronwall's got to come up here. Kronwall's got to be on the penalty kill. All right, that's why I got him. Kronwall and Morgan Rielly, and then Ryan Murray and Griffin Reinhart. Yep, that's good. Same thing down here. Kronwall, get up here. Galchenyuk and Reinhart. No, it's going to be, where is he? Joe Pavelski and, You know what? I'm going to go with Shinkaruk just because it's 3-man power play. I know he doesn't have the face-offs, but he's got a really good defensive category, all right? So Pavelski and Shinkaruk and defensemen are good. Yep. 4-on-4 lines. I don't need to touch the 4-on-4 lines. I mean, it's pretty much your 6 best forwards and your 6 defensemen, so I'm sure they'll get it right. Extra attackers. Patrick Kane. No, I don't want Patrick Kane as my extra attacker. I want, where is he? Where is he? Joe Pavelski as an extra attacker. All right. And Nicholas Kronwall? No, I want, who do I want? Who do I want? Who do I want? Barchesi or Shinkaruk. But it's going to be, because I want someone who's got, I want second liners. That's who I want. Yeah. Shinkaruk. He can go in there. All right. And then Dubois or Irving. I think just because what Irving did, we're going to start Irving just to start the season, but we're going to have a 2-loss for both these goalies, all right? Irving earned it last year, boys. I know Dubois is technically better, and you guys want me to play him, all right? It doesn't mean that Irving's our starter. It just means that since last year, since he played so good, he gets the benefit of the doubt, all right? Subban's going to be our starter still in the AHL. Our lines up here doesn't really matter. All right, all of our young guns are playing right now. And our defensive line, look at our defensive line. Oh my God, we have 4 great prospects here defensively. Chris Donovich, Lysenko, Severson, and Volkanen. So our defensive core is looking pretty good. All right, but we don't need to look at anything else like that. All right, so we're ready to go into the season here. Yeah, we got 4 minutes left. We can definitely get the beginning of the season started. I turned off injuries. Let me just double check. All right, I know I did. I just want to... yeah, I have to check. Injuries, yeah, they're still off. Good. So, one more thing to do. Let's check out the scouting report. Let's send the scout out. All right. GM options, scouting reports. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so there's a few top 5 guys. Goalies, no, okay. So, there's really nothing too spectacular just yet. So, let's just do what we normally do. Let's go forwards, and let's do the CHL all first. 6 weeks in each one of them, and then as the season progresses, we can narrow that down a bit, all right? One more thing, GM tracker. What's going on here? My GM reputation is -76. Well, that's good. Okay, I have nothing to spend it on. All right, so let's get the season started here, all right? We're going to leave Irving in for all of the preseason games, all right? And then we'll do a month's worth of simulating, and what we'll do is 2 losses, goalie switches, or 3 losses in 5 games, right? Because I don't want them to lose 1, win 1, lose another, win 1, lose another, all right? Because then, 3 in 5 games. No, so 2 losses, all right, or 3 in 5, okay? All right. Because they can, like, if someone loses the game, then they come back with, like, 7 or 8 in a row and they lose another one, I think I want to go with them again, you know what I mean? But if it gets, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get this simulating going. Come on now, preseason. All right, so we're 2-1 in the preseason. Barchesi's already got 3 goals. Preseason doesn't matter, though. We should be owning in preseason. All the other teams have their, like, their young guns playing. Come on now. There you go. All right, so we're 3-1-0 in preseason. That's a... it's not like a sign that's going to say we're a good team, but I wouldn't have liked to see us going 0-4, that wouldn't have looked good. So, first, we got a nice little homestand here. And actually, the Chicago Blackhawks, look at this, first team in the West last year, and we deal with them 7-2. Very nice. St. Louis, St. Louis, all right. So, yeah, we lost 1 game. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is what's going to happen, right? We have a good team this year. We can check all of our stats, and now we can really, make little changes here or there, and we will be a good team come trade deadline. We have a stacked team. There's no excuse. All right, so there's 2 losses. I'll take them out. We'll go with Dubois. All right, Dubois. Here's your first big chance to make a name for yourself. All right? I mean, the starting job is up for grabs. Right now, I'm telling Irving that it's his, but, I mean, you could be our goalie going into the future, and there you go. There's a win, and he only allowed 1 goal. All right, very nice. Remember, I have no preference over goalies. Last year, Irving was clearly the #1 guy. All right, more games played and better stats, but Dubois could easily take over. Yeah, 2 games, only 2 goals against, all right? Starting off pretty good, 4-1-1. I definitely like the way the makeup of our team right now. Our team looks great on paper, I must say. There's another, man, this guy does not allow more than 1 goal in a game. Let me just do a simulation here. Let me skip 2 games because I know he gets at least 2 losses, so I might as well just go up. Vancouver, let's see, and there you go. He allowed some goals that game, but our fully fledged offense got them 5 goals. Here's the thing, man. We have a very dangerous team this year, all right? I know anything can happen in a simulation, but I'm telling you guys, the additions of Kronwall and Pavelski, that's exactly what our team needed, all right? A boost to the defensive side and another our first top 2 defensemen. We needed one of those guys, all right? We may have like 3 next year in Kronwall, Murray, or Griffin Reinhart, or Morgan Riley, all right? We have plenty of defensemen coming up, but last year, our team proved that we can be a playoff team. We can be a Stanley Cup winning team. So I needed to fill in all the gaps that we needed, all right? Did we lose that game? Another win. I didn't see it, but we're 7-1-1. Jesus, Dubo. This guy's on fire. I'm not going to... Come on, just keep going. Just keep going. Just get another win. My goodness gracious. I don't want to say it just yet. I don't want to say it. Ah, there it is. I was going to say he's undefeated so far this year, but there you go. All right, so we lost the game to the San Jose Sharks. Can we come back with a win? Or is Irving going to go back in? All right, so we come back with 2 losses. Don't worry about it, Tubo. Don't worry about it. You had a great little start there. All right, losses are going to happen. Doesn't matter to me, all right? So Irving's going back in, boys. All right, but there you go. First month in, looking pretty good. These stats won't matter just yet. We're only in 4th. We have 17 points. But let us take a look at the stats for our team. We're not going to take a look at the player stats. It's too early just yet, all right? But let's just see. We are currently sitting 4th in the NHL, so it looks like the West has a lot of the points right now. Goals for per game, let's see this. All right, so once again, we're scoring goals. That's what I knew. I knew it was going to happen. We're 2nd in the NHL again, and I expect that to go up. Goals against per game, there you go. We're 10th in the NHL. That was a lot worse last year, though, but I expect it to go up. Remember, it's only a few games so far, so the stats are all over the place. Power play percentage, we're 5th in the NHL, so we're scoring on the power play. Penalty kill, this should be interesting. We're 9th, but 84.6% is really good. Remember, all these teams will come down. If you're hovering around 85, that's a really good percentage. So I like the way our team is looking right now. I really do. I think those last 2 losses hurt our stats, like 6 goals against, 4 goals against. Fine, don't worry about that. It's still nice and early, but I definitely like the makeup of our team. This is a very exciting team that I've put up there, all right? So boys, in the next video, we're going to continue. Let me know about line changes. I think I'm going to keep them the way they are for another month, but any thoughts, any opinions, just go nuts. All right, boys, so I'll see you in the next video.